The Pokemon market right now is absolutely insane. Today, I just kind of want to do a little just talk at you update video. I have a few things on screen, but nothing too crazy. I just want to talk about the craziness, try to maybe convince some people to calm down. And honestly, I want to whine a little bit about Pokemon's greed today, just because I find it pretty frustrating what's going on with Prismatic Evolutions. So I'm sure everyone's pretty frustrated by this. Pokemon just cannot meet the demand. I really don't necessarily think that this is necessarily Pokemon's fault. They probably should have estimated that there would be greater demand coming. Uh, but, a lot of people seem to have just suddenly got into the hobby. Maybe some of that is the Pokemon TCG Pocket app, right? Like that's probably bringing in a lot of people. Um, but guys, this is just stupid. Look, I'm just going to be honest with you. Literally, if you're buying this, you better be rich or you're being stupid. I'm just going to be honest with you. Not to be mean, but it's just like do not pay $150 for an elite trainer box that's hasn't even released yet. Even if it just released, I don't care. This is like almost $17 a booster pack. There's only 9 packs in this, guys. And to make matters worse, recently, PokeRev came out with a video talking about pull rates, and it's looking like it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of like 50 to 60 packs to pull an SIR, which means that it's like you could open 1,000 packs and not even pull an Evolution SIR, which is crazy, right? Like absolutely crazy. So you're spending these already insane prices and you have a very low hit rate. Like, please, I just beg you, like, do not spend these prices right now. Let the market cool off, take a break, like just sit the set out. Like it is not worth you wasting your money on this. I mean, imagine what you can do with this $151. Like, look at this. This is an incredible card. It's an alt art from Lost Origin. It's very hard to pull. It's like 1 in 700 packs. And right now in near mint, $130. So for less than the price of a Prismatic Evolution ETB, you can go buy a single for one of the top cards from one of the top sets of the Sword and Shield era. There are good things to buy in this market right now, but they're not the big new hot items that are coming out. Like, I strongly suggest people take a break from Prismatic and just go focus on some older stuff that people are overlooking. I mean, again, at $17 a pack, you're almost at Evolving Skies booster pack prices, which are $20 a piece. And Evolving Skies is out of print. It's been out of print for a few years now. Well, a couple of years now. But like seriously, guys, like that's crazy. If you're going to blow 17 on a booster pack, you might as well blow 20 and open an Evolving Skies pack. You got similar pull rates. I mean, I have to admit, I'm very frustrated at Pokemon for this because I really expected Crown Zenith pull rates. I thought with 32 illustration rares and they're going to have the Master Balls, which are super hard to find. I thought, okay, the special illustration rares, those 32, they'll be kind of like Crown Zenith. They'll be a little easier to pull. Maybe they'll be twice as hard as Crown Zenith because Crown Zenith had a Galarian gallery of like 72 cards. Half of them were essentially illustration rares. They were the Galarian gallery without texture. The other half was textured, right? And it was kind of harder to pull the textured ones, but still not too crazy, honestly. So I could see them maybe like making it twice as hard to pull a textured special illustration rare in Prismatic as a textured Galarian gallery in Crown Zenith. I thought for sure that's what they were going to do. And I thought because we didn't have the illustration rares, they were going to make the special illustration rares easier to pull. I was completely wrong. The pull rates are insane. The pull rates are basically the same, I mean, almost as bad as, Twilight and Surging Sparks. But you've got 32 of them. So to pull a specific card, you're looking at like 1 in 2,000. It's about the same difficulty as pulling the Moonbryon from Evolving Skies. And I hate to say it, guys, but Pokemon's being greedy on this one. Like, this is nuts. They got rid of your illustration rares, so you don't get to pull those. They gave you Pokeball reverses, which are supposed to maybe take up that slot. Here's the thing about that. Here's the problem. When I have a Pokeball reverse and a Master Ball reverse, And they're both identical cards, except one is rare with that little Master Ball symbol on it. What do you think everyone wants? Everyone only wants the rare one. I can guarantee you those Pokeball reverses are not going to be worth much. They're going to be worth less than an illustration rare, I think. And illustration rares are superior cards, in my opinion. So they got rid of basically one of the best parts of the Scarlet and Violet era, which is pulling those illustration rares. And they gave us, some fancy reverse holos, and then Master Balls, which are like very, very hard to pull. I think the Master Balls are about as hard to pull as the special illustration rares. I watched PokeRev open like 200 packs. He pulled like 2 or 3 Master Balls. I mean, that's crazy. So it's like, wouldn't it have been enough to have the special illustration rares be easier and the Master Balls be the hard chase? No, instead, Pokemon's got to be just greedy altogether. I mean, do you guys realize at a pull rate of 60, if I have 32 and I were to perfectly pull a brand new special illustration rare every 60 packs, which is statistically impossible, right? It's impossible. You're not going to do that. But if you just were absolutely amazing and like you're just opening packs and every 60 packs, you're getting a brand new special illustration rare until you get all 32, you're looking at 1,920 packs. Even if you paid like $5 a booster pack, which I think is close to MSRP, that's like $9,600 to open this set on a brand new set that like I just don't get it, guys. I gotta be honest. I think this set is overhyped too. It's not to say that there's not cool cards in this set, but I do think that it's getting blown way out of proportion for how good it is. So here we go. These are the special illustration rares in this set. Now, they're cool. Some people are going absolutely bananas for these and just think that these are the best art ever in Pokemon history. I mean, they may not be saying that, but they're freaking acting like it and they're paying the prices for it. And I'm like, look, there's some cool cards here. Like, I really like this Roaring Moon. I've talked about that before. The Sandy Shocks is cool. The Iron Valiant's pretty cool. The Eevees are okay in my mind. I don't love the jeweled hats, but some of these are pretty cool. The Glaceon, the Sylveon, like, where's the Jolteon? Jolteon's pretty dope. I like that one a lot. Even like this iron, hands here. I think that's a really nice art. So like, there is some nice art here, but I don't think that it is worth hyping an Elite Trainer box up to $150. I just don't get it. Like, even if the pull rates were high, I don't think this set is that good. And this set constantly gets compared to Evolving Skies. And if we look at Evolving Skies, which, by the way, Evolving Skies, I think had horrendously bad pull rates. So I don't want another Evolving Skies in the fact that I don't want that bad of pull rates again. But like, if we look at Evolving Skies, like, the Espeon's never been my favorite. A lot of people like it, but like this Sylveon is just legitimately adorable. It's phenomenal art. It's the kind of art that appeals to everyone. There's no funky crowns on it. There's no weird, tarot card style background. It's like just Sylveon in a cake shop holding a cupcake. It's cute. Umbreon here. He's chilling in the, in the alleyway and like just smirking at his enemies, looking up at him. Dragonite floating in the air, having a good time with the Fearos and Spearows flying behind him. It feels kind of like that Avatar where you got the big rocks and the floating in the air kind of thing. You got Rayquaza here, and this Noivern, like it's a gargoyles type scene from, the city where it's dark at night. I mean, guys, this art is incredible. Like, Evolving Skies is legitimately amazing. And it's kind of timeless art. Like, it's not something where it's very divisive in its styling. Like, you have certain cars like the Leafeon VMAX that are divisive. Some people love this card. Some people, like myself, it's not my favorite, right? But there's a lot of really banger cards in this, like this Glaceon VMAX, the Umbreon VMAX, the Rayquaza VMAX. Like, I personally think this set has far better art than Prismatic. Prismatic is almost like too much is going on. Like, there's just so much thrown in your face and all these flashes and light and shiny stuff everywhere that it's like it's going almost for too much quality over just like or excuse me, too much quantity over like solid quality. And I know a lot of people, I'm going to get some hate for this probably. I'm probably going to get some negative comments, but I just don't think this set is worth it. Like, you know, paying those prices for Evolving Skies makes sense to me. Paying those prices for Prismatic Evolutions, I'm not getting it, guys. What am I missing? Like, help me understand. And then to top it off, Pokemon decides to be super greedy with this. I mean, imagine that you pull, you know, you open 60 packs, you finally hit your SIR, and you pull one that you don't even care about. I mean, what the heck is this even? I should know what this Pokemon is, but like imagine if you pulled this as your special illustration rare. I mean, even if you paid $5 a pack, which they're not going for $5 a pack right now, you're at $300 to pull this. $300 to pull this card. You can buy, this is crazy, guys. Near mint, $211. You can get an Umbreon card from one of the greatest sets of all time for $211. And you might spend $300 opening Prismatic Evolutions to pull a special illustration rare that you don't even want. That's if you can get the packs at MSRP. If you pay these elevated prices, you're even worse off. Honestly, this is going to sound really bad. I'm probably going to maybe even lose some subscribers over this. I would love to see this stuff sit on shelves. It won't. People are going to continue buying this up like crazy. They're going to go nuts for it. This is not going to happen. But I would love to see it sit on shelves almost as like a way to say to Pokemon, we're not going to accept your crappy pull rates. Because if you think about it, when Pokemon gives you terrible pull rates, basically what they're telling you is that we don't care about your money at all. We don't care if you're opening packs and getting nothing over and over and over. We don't care. And I think that's messed up. As much as I love Pokemon, I'm very frustrated with the Pokemon company on this one. I thought that they had done a really good job in Scarlet and Violet of trying to balance the pull rates out so there's enough chase and the cards have enough rarity, but it's not too extreme. I felt like they had a good thing going, and then they released this with abysmal pull rates. And I'm like, here we are back at Sword and Shield. We've taken 10 steps backwards. I don't know. I'm very frustrated by this, guys. I'm more frustrated at Pokemon with these pull rates than I am the scalpers, because I know that Pokemon's going to keep printing this set for 2 years. The scalpers are not going to be a problem if you're willing to be patient. Eventually this set will get cheaper. You'll be able to open it. But even when the set gets cheaper, you are still going to burn lots of money on nothing to open this set. To me, that's a shame. I think it's sad. I would love to hear you guys' perspective on it. Let me know if you feel so strongly about it. Let me know if you disagree. You know, let's have some friendly banter in the chat. I'm sorry that I feel so strongly about this, but it's hard to see greed. This is already a very expensive hobby. It's very expensive to collect Pokemon cards, especially if you want like those top cards from each set. And Pokemon is making it harder by making really tough chases. I think these SIRs are going to be very expensive. And if you're trying to master this set, good luck. Maybe a great time to switch to Japanese Open Terrestrial Festival. You know, the Japanese, at least you get one SIR in every box. So that's much better pull rates. You're probably going to have way more fun opening Japanese. Your cards may not be worth as much when you open it, but you'll have more fun opening them. You know, and that's the thing, is that opening Pokemon cards should be fun. Otherwise, why are you doing it? If you're chasing value, just go buy the single, you know? So anyway, I've said my piece. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I promise most of my videos are very positive. This is probably the most negative video that I've released. I'm just very frustrated about this, and I've been thinking about it all week, and it's just, I think at the end, the root of this, everyone wants to talk about the scalper, but I think the root of this is Pokemon's greed. Let me know what you think. See you later.